evening, sports fans. Happy Friday. We've got the New York Knicks completing the cast of the Eastern Conference semifinals, plus the best words in sports check. Two best words. Game 7. That's right. As the Los Angeles Clippers force that do-or-die decider against the Denver Nuggets. That will be a good one.
Yes, and a podium finish for the Philippines in the World Longboard Championship. We tell you about the country's campaign to a couple of bronze medals.
Packed show to end the work week. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Latncalo.
And here's tonight's play-by-play.
Ramiro, the show by Mamoy leaves. Puts it on. Unbelievable. Gemma on the left side. Oh, the pass! Macunas rejecting Espejo for the
Jalen Brunson once again proves why he is the NBA's clutch player of the year. This time, he sends the New York Knicks to the second round of the NBA playoffs. What a great game. It was a back-and-forth Game 6 in Motor City. The Detroit Pistons tried to hang with the Knicks. New York even lost a 15-point lead in the second quarter and an 11-point edge in the fourth. The Knicks were down 7 in the final 2.5 minutes, but Brunson was there to just bail them out as always. Brunson scoring 5 points down the stretch, including the game-winning 3. There it is, blowing some kisses as well to the fans with 4 seconds remaining. The Pistons tried but failed to get a shot off on the other end due to a Malik Beasley turnover. Final score here, 116 to 113 in favor of New York, who took the best-of-7 series 4 games to 2. Brunson led all scorers with 40 big points. Cade Cunningham tallied 23 markers, 7 rebounds, and 8 assists for Detroit in a losing effort.
The Pistons had quite the Cinderella run. Last year, Detroit was the worst team in the NBA, notching just 14 wins overall. This time around, they made the playoffs as the 6th seed in the East and had a legit shot at upsetting the 3rd-seeded Knicks for a spot in the second round. But their execution in the final possession was their undoing in the series. Had Detroit made its final shots in games 3 and 6, they could have knocked out New York and advanced to the next round. Now, Pistons head coach J.B. Bickerstaff and his wards will have to take everything that went down as a great learning experience. Fresh off their elimination, Pistons stars Cade Cunningham and Malik Beasley put aside the regrets and took the loss in stride.
The media one is disappointment. We felt good about this series, so, to not pull it out hurts. But that feeling will stick with us throughout the summer. My dog. That feeling will stick with us throughout the summer and our workouts and conversations and everything. We'll be back and better. We were playing the same brand of basketball, so I think, that it wasn't like we were doing anything new. We had experience playing like that. It was just, little things that got away from us, ball not bouncing our way, and then us just not executing certain details that we wanted to execute. So I thought it was a great experience for us as a young team. I didn't feel like we were too inexperienced to win that series, though.
Catch the ball, make a 3. What else? We had the lead in the fourth quarter. I think we could have been better at executing, but all that doesn't matter. Like I said, a hell of a year. In my whole 9 years in the NBA, I've never had this much fun coming to the gym. I've been through a lot of stuff just this year alone, and every day coming in was probably the best thing that happened to me. Coach JB and Trajan did an amazing job making sure when you come in here, it's fun, it's energetic, it's a place where you want to be, and it's definitely a place I want to be. And to be here, my mom's hometown. I grew up here a lot in the summer times. To be able to perform in front of the city is huge, and I'm glad I got a chance to do that.
With the New York Knicks advancing, the cast of the Eastern Conference semifinals is now complete. let's take a look. The Knicks will take on the second-seeded defending champions Boston Celtics in the second round. Game 1 will be on Tuesday, but the exact time has yet to be announced. Now, the winner of that series will take on the winner between the Indiana Pacers and the number 1 seed, the Cleveland Cavaliers. Only spots in the West are now up for grabs, with the Oklahoma City Thunder and the Minnesota Timberwolves still awaiting their opponents in the Western Conference semis.
How about a first-round Game 7?
Yes, please.
Well, we're getting one between the Los Angeles Clippers and the Denver Nuggets. The Clippers have forced the decider, avoiding elimination by winning Game 6 of their series 111 to 105. James Harden set the tone early in Game 6 and top scored with 28 points. Kawhi Leonard scattered 27 markers as he helped the Clips build an 11-point lead after 3 quarters. Norman Powell hit some big shots down the stretch and finished with 24 buckets. Nicholas Batum had 3 blocks, coming up huge in the Clippers' most crucial defensive possessions. Nikola Jokic tried to carry the Nuggets with 20 of his 25 points in the second half of a losing effort. The winner-go-home Game 7 will tip off on Sunday in Denver at 7:30 a.m. Philippine time. Here's Harden breaking down his vintage performance.
You've been in a lot of these backs against the wall games before. You know the heart and determination it takes. 28 points for you. Take me through your mindset, your mentality. How did you approach this one?
Being aggressive. It's either win or go home. So a lot of opportunities to be aggressive, and I took them. You know, I mean, we did a good job game planning. See what we needed to make corrections on, and did it. So one more game.
Nick Batum was the fountain of youth in this one. Played almost the whole second half. What sort of a difference did he make for you guys, especially in that second half?
I mean, we both did. You know what I mean? It's like win or go home. You know what I mean? So we didn't want to go home. We got one more game left in a couple days.
One more game left. You guys have seen each other 6 times now. Not many surprises. How do you approach Game 7 knowing, hey, one more game left to make it to the next round?
Figure out what we got to do better. Still a lot of mental mistakes. A lot of execution that we can get better at. And then go out there and take it.
James, appreciate the time.
Well, the Nuggets did come close to winning Game 6 against the Clippers and advancing to the next round of the NBA playoffs. But Nikola Jokic and his crew just couldn't complete their fourth quarter comeback, with the Clips making all the right plays in the trenches. The daggers, the 50-50 balls, the clutch defensive stops all went in favor of LA. Denver tried to counter by letting the Joker pound the ball inside, but the Clippers had enough bodies to challenge the 3-time MVP. Despite the Clips' physical play led by Ivica Zubac, Jokic shot the ball just twice from the foul line. Overall, the Nuggets had 9 free throws, while the Clippers had 15. Denver's interim coach, David Adelman, took note of the disparity and assured that the squad will match their opponent's physicality in Game 7.
This is what I expected, to be honest. This felt like a 7-game series. Obviously, we wanted to close it out today, but it's an evenly matched series. You know, there's so many good players out there, guys that can have nights. Jamal had his night the other night. You know, Kawhi and James had a good one tonight. Obviously, Nicola's had his night. And Nikola gets fouled a lot. I'm not sure what was happening tonight, but for him to shoot 2 free throws with the amount of contact that was going on out there was absolutely crazy. They put smalls on them. Those smalls were allowed to do whatever they want. So I'm really excited for Saturday that we're going to be able to do the same thing with their best players. Because if that's the physicality we're allowed to play with, we'll react to it, and we will go there in Game 7. 50-50 too, it's a skill. And you're right. It seemed like every time they came up with it, somebody's in the corner would knock down a 3. Make a big play. We cut it to, felt like we get it to 8, we get it to 6, and a play like that would happen. A ball get tipped at half court, they come up with it, ends up being a dunk. So we'll watch that, but it's one of those things, like you said, the median, hopefully it comes back, and we come up with some of those to find easy baskets, but that's also an effort thing, attentiveness, and we'd be better at that on Saturday if we want to win.
Coming up, no Pacers games for now for Tyrese Halliburton's dad. We tell you more about the stiff penalty after John Halliburton's altercation with Bucks star Giannis Antetokounmpo. That story and more when play-by-play returns only here on One News. And we're back. Thank you for joining us here on Play by Play. Looks like Tyrese Halliburton and the Indiana Pacers will have to play the rest of the NBA postseason without Hallie's #1 fan, his father, John Halliburton. Reports say the elder Halliburton will not attend the team's games, both home and away, for, quote, the foreseeable future. This comes after John's confrontation with Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo in the Pacers series-clinching Game 5 win Wednesday. Tyrese entered the Bucks season with a game-winning layup in overtime when, with the emotions running high, John and Giannis got into a heated exchange. The two were quick to squash the beef, as John, as you can see, later apologized on social media for his behavior. There's no timeline yet on when the elder Halliburton can return to the sidelines.
In other NBA news, Boston Celtics guard Drew Holiday is the recipient of this year's Sportsmanship Award. Holiday edged out Jarrett Allen of the Cleveland Cavaliers for the Joe Dumars Trophy. This is the second Sportsmanship Award for the 16-year vet. He also won the honor in 2021 as a member of the Milwaukee Bucks. The award has been presented annually since the 1996 season to recognize the player who best represents the ideals of sportsmanship on the court. Each team nominated one of its players before a panel of league executives selected 6 finalists, 1 from each division. Then current players selected a winner from the finalists. Besides Holiday and Allen, the finalists were Mavs guard Kyrie Irving, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander of the Thunder, Dorian Finney-Smith of the Lakers, and Franz Wagner of the Magic.
From the NBA, meantime, back here at home in the PBA, the NLEX Road Warriors rolled to their 3rd straight win as they hold off the Blackwater Bossing in the Philippine Cup. The game was close for the most part, with NLEX only leading by 4 with 3.5 minutes to go. But the Road Warriors pulled out all the stops down the stretch to secure an 80-72 victory. That man right there, NLEX star Robert Bolick, was hailed best player of the game after an all-around game of 20 points, 7 rebounds, and 6 assists. Bolick scored half of his points in the 4th quarter alone to pace the Road Warriors. No other starter hit double figures for NLEX, but their bench stepped up, with JB Bayo chipping in 12 markers. Kevin Alas and Dominic Fajardo both adding 10 of their own. As for the Bossing, well, they played without high-scoring rookie Cedric Fairfield, who is dealing with a hamstring injury. NLEX improves its record to 3 wins and just 1 loss, while the Bossing lost for the 3rd time in 4 games. Here are Bolick and NLEX head coach Jongwi Chico talking about the win.
Blackwater's defense gave us a hard time. They took us out of our rhythm. Berto bailed us out in today's game. He, you know, his usual self, when things aren't going well, then you know na asahamong he will bail you out, which he did today. He shot, I think, 2 big 3-pointers, if I'm not mistaken, to keep that lead. And well, we're thankful for Berto for bailing us out tonight. It wasn't, you know, it wasn't me. It was Berto.
First of all, credit, sabi nga ni Coach, credit sa Blackwater. No, wala yung dalawang big guns nila, pero they came playing. So, you know, credit to their team. No, na nagulat at nahirapan kami. Pero sabi nga ni Coach, we practiced that already. Hindi lang namin na-execute ng maayos. So, credit dun sa bench namin. Credit kay Kevin, kay Bayo. They step in. Binibigyan niya kami ng komportabling lead. Tapos nung 4th quarter, medyo samaan ng laro ko, hindi ako makashoot. And wala lang, yung tinatrabaho ko lang, yung na-kick in lang, and buti na lang na-shoot ko yung 4th quarter. Pero yun nga sabi ni Coach, we played as a team, lahat nag-contribute. Ang ganda ng ginawa namin yung second half, nung minove namin yung bola, kasi ang ganda ng depensa nila. So, yun yung kailangan namin as a team. Sabi nga ni Coach, pinipreach lagi, we play as a team, player movement, ball movement, and nakita mo naman gaano kaganda kami tingnan this conference.
Meantime, the TNT Tropang Giga and the Phoenix Fuel Masters are battling it out in the second match of the PBA doubleheader. The Fuel Masters got off to a strong start in the first quarter, leading 28-14. With momentum on their side, Phoenix extended their lead further by as many as 24 points in the second frame. At the half, it's the Fuel Masters way ahead, 50-32. The second half is currently ongoing. Phoenix hopes to claim its second win in the conference, while the Grand Slam-seeking TNT will look to pull off the comeback and snatch their first victory after an 0-2 start. It's Final Four fever in the UAAP as the best teams in men's and women's volleyball collide tomorrow.
4 explosive matchups loaded with rivalries and bids for redemption are on tap at the Big Dome, the Smart Araneta Coliseum. Let's take a look right now at our screens. Men's action will kick off at 10 a.m. as the defending champs, the second-seeded NU Bulldogs, will take on the third-seeded USC Golden Spikers. The Bulldogs hold the twice-to-beat advantage here, but they might not need it since they swept the Golden Spikers in the elimination round. Then at 12 noon, the top-seeded FEU Tamaraos clash with the fourth-seeded DLSU Green Spikers. The Tams likewise have that twice-to-beat edge, but they also swept the Green Spikers in the elims.
Moving on to the women's side at 2 p.m., it's the defending champions, the top-seeded NU Lady Bulldogs, against the fourth-seeded FEU Lady Tamaraos. The Lady Bulldogs have the twice-to-beat cushion, although they also took both their games against the Lady Tams in the eliminations. Lastly, at 6 p.m., the DLSU Lady Spikers meet the USD Golden Tigresses for the fourth time this season. LaSalle is fresh off a victory over USD in their playoff for the second seed and the twice-to-beat edge. But the Golden Tigresses did beat the Lady Spikers once this season, way back in the first round of elimination games. Catch all the Final Four matchups live on One Sports Plus, the UAAP Varsity channel, and on the Pilipinas Live app. A proud kuya indeed, Magnolia Hotshots James Laput had nothing but praise for his younger sister Shivana of the DLSU Lady Spikers. The older Laput was present during LaSalle's playoff victory over the USD Golden Tigresses Wednesday. Shivana finished the match with 22 points, including the game-winning attack during the fourth set. After the match, James shared some words of encouragement for his sibling as the Lady Spikers get ready for another Final Four duel against the Golden Tigresses.
With Shivana in particular, she's been going through a lot, on and off the court, especially with little injuries here and there. So she's really pushing through. And, I think the word, puso, I think is the going word. So grabe, it's great for her. And I think the best thing about this is that they have momentum now, so they can use it moving forward into Saturday's game and secure that next win and meet whoever it is in the finals. I think they have a lot going for them right now, so we just got to keep riding the wave, and it'll be good. Hi Shivana, you're clear here. Just keep playing your game. You play a beautiful game, and it comes out every time you play alongside your teammates. So just keep working well with one another, and the rest will follow. You're a talented, highly skilled player. Follow your coach, follow your teammates, trust your teammates, and then the rest will fall into place.
Coming up, a podium finish for Team Philippines. The country finishes third overall among 44 countries in the 2025 ISA World Longboard Championship held in El Salvador. The details when play-by-play returns. Stick with us. Welcome back. You're watching Play-by-Play on One News. A couple of bronzes for the Philippines in the ISA World Longboard Championship. Rogelio J.R. Esquivel claimed a hard-fought bronze medal in the men's finals after an incredible 19.13 score in Repechage 10. Esquivel went toe-to-toe with some of the world's best and finished in third place. Esquivel's opponents included the likes of Francis Edward Del Pero, Japan's Taka Inoue, and Brazil's Rodrigo Sfeyer. Team Philippines, composed of Esquivel, Luke Landrigan, Mara Lopez, and Daisy Valdez, also took home the Bronze Team Award. The country finished third overall out of 44 countries with a total of 2,288 points.
And bago mag-weekend, for basketball fans, we both have the PBA and the NBA tonight's highlight reel. Let's start in the Philippine Basketball Association. Fajardo, the handoff to Bolik. On switch, has Quinto on D. Look at Bolik dancing, knocking down the three. Bang, bang, bang there. Basically a dagger pretty much with 2:19 remaining. That gave them separation, some breathing room to extend the lead from 5 to 8 thanks to that Bolik big three. That's 3 of his 20 points, which included 10 in the fourth quarter alone. Iba talaga ito si Berto. Pag nag-init, NLEX holds on to beat the Bossing 80-72 for their third straight win. Good start so far for their own Warriors. Okay, now let's go highlights for the NBA. At the Intuit Dome in LA, starting with a block, Zubac on Jokic. Kawhi, Powell, cross on Murray. Two-handed flush against Porter Jr. MPJ there couldn't stand a chance to get smaller. Norman Powell, take a look again. The post up, good D by Ivica Zubac on Jokic that led to this two-handed hammer by Powell. Zubac had 3 big blocks. Kawhi had 5 assists. Powell finishing with 24 points, including that dagger. In our next highlight, let's take a look. Roll it. Kawhi out to Harden against his former teammate Westbrook. Good ball movement. Oh, up fake. 3. Yes, from Norman Powell. Got Murray up in the air with a fake. Look at Bombers. Happy there. Why not? Extending this to a Game 7. Big 3 from Norm Powell gives the Clippers a 110-101 lead with 1:47 left to play here in Game 6. Powell helping the Clips beat the Nuggets in Game 6, 111-105. That's the final score. LA Forces, of course, Game 7 against Denver happening in the Mile High City this Sunday, 7:30 a.m. Philippine time. Okay, now let's go to the East. Pistons, Knicks, Game 6. Pistons wanted to extend this to a Game 7, but Mikal Bridges, woo, rack attack with the left against Gabe Cunningham. The stare down after 2. Woo. Big game here for Miles Bridges. Remember, there was a tweet by Malik Beasley saying, what, he's going to get 44 minutes. He did play 44 minutes, but also big game for Mikal Bridges here, 25 big points. But no play was bigger than our next one. Roll it. That's why he is Clutch Player of the Year. Woo! Look at Osar Thompson lost there to Skates. Jalen Brunson, that killer snatchback. Big 3, Brunson, and then flying kisses to the crowd after. Big one here for JB11. Knicks advance and take a look at Brunson. Yes, send them home, Brunson. New York eventually wins 116-113 to take the series 4 games to 2. Big shot from Mr. Clutch. Brunson had 40 points, including 10 in the fourth, 7 assists. Knicks now moving on to the second round after beating and eliminating the Pistons in 6 games. Check.
Thank you for the highlights. Before we go, a huge congratulations to Alas Pilipinas and Signal HD Spikers superstar Brian Bagunas and his wife Nicole. The couple are on cloud 9 as they welcome their firstborn son. Bagunas shared their first family photo on social media, calling it the most beautiful moment of his life. He also poured his heart out for Nicole, writing, quote, "Watching you bring our son into this world was the strongest and most beautiful thing I've ever witnessed. Sobrang proud ako sa'yo and so thankful I get to walk this new journey with you. Congratulations to the new mom and dad."
Congratulations to Brian and of course Nicole. Happy moment. Always,
Yes.
di ba? Good
And,
moment.
Sorry, can I just say that
Go.
that's the kind
No
of story
problem.
you'll also find on Pilipinas Live now.
Yes,
The
and
Pilipinas
speaking
Live
of,
app.
go ahead, yes.
Okay, so the Pilipinas Live app now has live shorts.
Yes,
So
pakita natin.
like a while ago, I was already checking it out. We had so si Dina Wong is here, Vanny Gandler, Fifi Sharma.
Lahat
Little
ng mga
snippets.
favorite athletes,
Yeah, all
yes.
your favorite athletes, like little snippets
Naglo-load
of their
lang sa akin
lives.
Pero yeah. Halatang mas advanced yung cellphone mo sa akin. But you know what? No, good thing that you pointed it out. Kasi it's a fun new feature now. Pilipinas Live Shorts, all things sports from the court to beyond. Alam naman natin, aminin na natin, check, we're living in the social media generation. You see reels in all platforms. And now, mobile app, bite-sized, exclusive content from sports icons now at the tip of your fingertips on Pilipinas Live, the app. Download it, update it, the shorts, makikita nyo lahat kasi short attention span. Like ako, short attention span. Alam mo yung gusto mo yung tuloy-tuloy lang, yung mga athletes, yun, makikita nyo.
And it's nice seeing things, little updates about their lives.
Of course. Oo
Diba?
naman.
So if you're a sports fan, you know you're going to love this. You can now follow your favorite athletes on and off the court only on Pilipinas Live. So make sure to download the Pilipinas Live app
For
and
free.
updates, to the latest version to access Pilipinas Live Shorts for free.
There you go. Again, Pilipinas Live Shorts. Check them out. You will definitely have a great time seeing all your favorite athletes. And sana tayo din, no? Baka may... wala na tayo sa generation. Wala tayong edad natin, ha? That's all from us tonight. Catch us again Monday at 8:30 p.m. for a play-by-play of today's top sports stories. Yung panahon kasi natin, uso Friendster.
Uy, grabe. Testimonial. Yun na lang yung
Multiply.
contribution ko. Play-by-play is on One News, that's Signal TV, Channel 8 on SD, and Channel 250 on HD. We are also available on Signal Play and Pilipinas Live. May MySpace pa tayo.
Ano yung sa chat? Yung
ASL.
Edad Messenger yun. I'm Andre Felix.
And I'm Cheska Latancalo. Thank you for watching. Happy weekend, everyone.